You're listening to a Loot Dummies podcast, lootdummies.com. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, a weekly podcast following a group of friends as they battle across a homebrewed world called Antiriath in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Step into the mystical world of Antiriath and follow as our party of dummies adventure across the lands. Talik Grug, half-orc fighter-sorcerer from the wretched valleys of Maxim, played by Taylor. Pomerel the Gatekeeper, Summer Eladrin Paladin from the Feywild city of Solaria, played by Seth. And a Learlock Bloodhair, the Harengon cleric, whose fate seems decided by luck itself, played by Joey. And welcome everybody back to the Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies podcast. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check us out on patreon.com/lootdummies. We have a brand new show that has just started over there called The Primal Lands of Emotria, DM'd by me, featuring all your favorite players from the Loot Dummies universe. Plus, we're going to have some new people there. Also, if you join the Patreon in the month of September 2024, you will be eligible for our first giveaway of 3D printed miniatures, which will be, drumroll please, Talik, Shadow, and Body Knock. So make sure you join now in September at our highest tier. There is actually a few discounted slots available. Check that out. We really want you to be a part of that community. You get Discord access, stuff like that. We've got people in there. You can see our stupid memes and screenshots from the game and other cool stuff there. So check us out, patreon.com/lootdummies. In the last few episodes, the party backtracked and regrouped after their epic fight with Hishinog. The Eclarian Shadow surprised all of us by deciding to abandon the party and stick behind to help with Volvag's issues with the Frost Giants, to help out his newfound mother, Queen Islanya, in the town of Solaria in the Feywild. And right as he was departing, we see the gleaming shine of golden plate armor approaching on foot, and we meet a brand new character, Pomerel the Gatekeeper. He is a Summer Eladrin from the town of Solaria. He's a general in Islanya's army, and he tells us that Islanya has sent him to accompany us on our mission of stopping this unstable evolution that's caused issues across all of Antiriath, apparently also to include the Feywild. So Pomerel joins us, and we talk a little bit about his stats, kind of step out of character, have a little bit of meta moments, and as we step back into character, Talik reveals that he's following the advice of his sword back out of the Eclarian Mountains, headed towards the town of Romsferti. It happens to be on the way to the Temple of Husin, we believe is in Osajiski, which is in the far northeast part of the world. And so Learlock agrees with their new companion Pomerel to head east towards the town or the area of Romsferti. And that is where we pick up here. We did also end off last week's episode with a real-life cliffhanger as Joey was attacked by a wasp that had got into his recording area. So Joey is fine, and we're going to pick back up in the middle of that session. There's like 8 episodes of build-up to Hishinog, and then so much shit has happened in the last few sessions.
It kind of doesn't seem like much because like no time has passed and very little travel has passed.
So much has happened. Shadow almost died. We killed Hishinog. Shadow almost died.
He did die.
He did die. He literally got revived.
We got a new player. I guess from a storytelling perspective, it was a lot of slow build, and then now like a lot of shit happened.
Yeah, it's really like we're still technically in book 2, but I mean, defeating Hishinog and getting to this point and getting all the information that y'all did from the tower and like all that sort of stuff.
Right.
Like really, it's definitely, a big step into the next half of book 2.
like book 1 was like 35 episodes. We're like on 50 something of book 2. Is it going to be 100 or is it going to be?
No.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
No,
I'm just curious.
we're definitely in the we're definitely in Act 3
Okay.
of book 2. Okay, well, are we here? We ready?
Yeah.
I think I'm ready. The only problem is I have no mic monitoring, so I can't hear myself, and it's driving me nuts.
What's mic monitoring?
Oh, you can normally hear
Are you-
yourself?
Oh, where
That's
it
cool.
feeds back into your own ears.
Yes.
Yeah, like
That's
I
one
have
of
my
those-
headphones plugged into my mic at my desk.
You
That's
fancy.
that's one of those settings where like it's very polarizing. If you don't normally use it, you hate having it. If you do normally use it, you hate not having it.
It's just the
Because
worst.
if I sat down and my voice started feeding back into my ears, I would literally throw the headset in
I would freak out
instinctual,
so
like, what the hell?
fast.
It would panic me. Okay, so let me rail us for a second here.
Rail us,
Of
please.
course.
Please rail us.
You're welcome. See, this is such a nice party. My other D&D party doesn't appreciate that phrase.
Railing?
Yeah,
Railing?
they don't
They don't
like
wanna
it when
get
I rail
railed?
them.
Rail me, daddy.
See?
You get it.
That was
Okay.
too far.
that was too far. Okay. What was I saying? Now you'll have distracted me.
The
You're
next
gonna
morning.
rail us.
Weather.
Next one.
Fucking weather.
Weather.
It's literally the most gentle railing imaginable.
Finally made
The
it
weather
out of the 44th
is
apartment.
normal for up here in the mountains in the fall. Into fall, really. Y'all are towards the end of harvest now. It's 35 degrees. It is very low wind today and just a dense blanket of snow descending from the heavens.
Heavy snow.
What
So heavy
are
snow?
y'all doing? Yeah, heavy snow. Which does have mechanical effects. It makes it hard to succeed on your perception and survival checks.
Okay.
Speaking of, what are y'all doing?
So Pomerol walks out of his tent, breaks it down really quickly and efficiently, like you would anticipate from a trained soldier in a standing army. And he looks over at his new companions and he says, "Oh, gentlemen, before we set out, give me one moment." And he steps back and leaves a pretty good sized space in front of him. He places his hand over his heart and he lays his other hand out, palm open, and he says, "Come to me, Sunbeam." And as soon as he does, a full-sized, all-white, with orange socks, orange tail, and orange-tipped mane warhorse appears before him.
Okay. It's like this trip just got a little easier.
Hey, now that's that thing that I was talking about yesterday.
What was that, dear friend?
You know, with the summoning and the steed and the. Never mind.
Oh yes, this is Sunbeam.
Pleasure.
Oh, yes. Sunbeam has been my companion since childhood. So let me tell you players a little bit about Sunbeam. Sunbeam
Just lay it on us thick like syrup.
Sunbeam has been connected to Pomerol for most of both of their lives. Sunbeam is a Fae warhorse, not a regular material plane warhorse. Sunbeam and Pomerol can communicate to each other telepathically within 1 mile of each other, and Sunbeam understands Elvish completely.
That's very fun. I like that.
And its intelligence is 6 instead of the normal -1 or
Jesus.
whatever.
So it's like fully sentient.
Yes.
Like it's not
Yeah.
gonna learn algebra, but I mean that 6 can talk and reason and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can communicate back to me telepathically.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. And if a spell is cast to target only me, it can also deflect onto my steed. And if Sunbeam's hit points drop to 0, it disappears, just poofs out of the material plane, out of existence entirely. And the next time I cast that same spell, he reappears right there in front of me, like nothing ever happened.
Wow. I love it. How long does the spell take to cast?
10 minutes.
Okay, so out of combat, but not like a long time.
Right.
Okay. So he pops in and he just says, "Oh, Palmerel, it's so good to see you. Where the heavens are we? It's so gloomy and cold here."
Oh, Sunbeam, I always forget how dramatic you are. We're in the material plane on the Clarion mountain range, joining our good friends here to go and kill some shit.
Oh, gods guide us, the material plane. Whatever kind of adventures will we get up to here? I'm simply titillating at the idea.
Indeed, indeed. And Palmerell mounts his horse and just stares at the other two guys like, what the fuck are y'all waiting on?
All right, that happened.
All right, Alirlock.
Uh,
You want to ride with me, or you want to ride on that thing?
I'll ride on the not talking version if you don't mind.
Yeah, hop
All that
on.
was in Elvish, by the way, so y'all caught an accent.
Yeah. Oh,
As I get up on Revenge and Alirlock gets up on the back, I unsheath the longsword of pallid light and I hold it out. What are those things? You know when they use those copper things to find water? Those
Dowsing
little
rods?
the Witcher sticks?
A dowsing
rods?
rod. Yeah.
Yeah. I just take the longsword of pallid light and I like close one eye and I stick it out in front of me and I'm like going to the left, going to the right.
Make me a survival check.
Okay.
Actually, no. Don't do survival. This is gonna be weird. Okay, I need you to bear with me. I want you to use Arcana, but use your Charisma modifier instead of your Intelligence modifier.
10.
You feel like you got a little video game controller vibrate buzz as you passed over kind of east northeast. But you're not super confident, but you're pretty sure you got a little
Key. This way. And I take off riding.
Okay. We need rolls now. What are y'all rolling for?
I'm going perception.
Same.
I'll roll survival.
All right.
Modified 20.
12.
The heavy snow makes all the rolls really, really hard.
17.
17 doesn't find anything.
Awesome.
It's bad up here. It's already hard to find stuff, and the snow's just making it even harder. 20 on perception.
Mm-hmm.
Palmerell, about 30 minutes before what I was just describing, you had heard way off in the distance the sound of a horn, like a horn being blown, like a sound. But that's all you get, even with the 20.
He doesn't say anything.
Okay. Talik, what was yours?
7.
Okay, that's nothing. As y'all are trekking along in this incredibly dense, snowy fog and going up a ridge, you see about 300 yards away, kind of at the peak of the ridge, there's a jutting, for lack of a better word, tower coming out that's, probably 40 feet tall, but you're just seeing the silhouette in the shadow. However, you see points of flickering torchlight at the tops and at the base of this tower from about 300 feet away.
I think I just keep going towards it.
Okay.
Palmerell and Sunbeam are just chatting it up with each other in Elvish, following along behind Revenge, not really worried about where they're headed.
Okay. Do you guys have any sort of torches or anything? I mean, it's daytime. It's just really snowy.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I wouldn't think so either. So yeah, you guys get 200 feet from it. Not a whole lot more to see at this point, although you are able to see kind of what the surface is made out of at this distance. It appears to be some sort of stone tower, and you can count 2 points of light down low and you think it might be over like a door, and then several points of light up at the top of the tower. As you continue on approaching, you get about 100 feet away from it or so. When you get up this close, you can really start to make it out. You can see it's got a big, heavy wooden door that's up some just simple stone steps. There's no windows up the whole tower. And like I said before, it's like a 50, 60-foot tower. How tall is this thing? 60-foot tower. Y'all all make me a active perception check. Or I guess I could roll over y'all's perception rolls. No, y'all all make me an active perception check.
0.
17.
20.
0. My God. All right. Talek's picking his boogers.
I don't see anything,
The other
guys.
two of you guys, y'all spot a silhouette on the top of the tower moving around that is very clearly the silhouette of a giant. It does not seem to have spotted you guys yet. It's just kind of moving back and forth. Just kind of looking off the tower.
Pomerel, telepathically, not out loud, says to Sunbeam, in a voice that his companions have not heard. He said, "Sunbeam, there's a giant up there. We may get to have some material playing blood on our blades before the end of today."
I just say, in a sort of a quiet voice, not to be, alerting anything else. Hey, there's a large man up there.
Where?
We should put at the Talek.
I pull the
Quiet.
reins a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Up there. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see it. I don't see it, but I believe you see it.
It's at the top of the tower.
There's a tower?
About that time, you hear a
What was that? Must have been the wind.
from the top of the tower.
Skyrim. NPC. More like a Oblivion NPC when you pickpocket them.
Oh my God.
That's great.
So, gentlemen, how should we deal with our new friend here up in the snow?
I reach back before Learlock can say anything and put my hand over his face. Why don't you go first? Let's see what you can do.
Oh, very well. Pomerel draws his sword, and as a bonus action, he speaks a command word, and the sword bursts into flame, erupting bright light within 40 feet, dim light for another 40 feet beyond that.
And we're gonna need to roll initiative because when you do that, it glows and creates an emanating aura in the snow. Roll initiative, boys.
As soon as that happens, I say, Talek, I don't think he knows what diplomacy is.
I think I'm gonna like this guy.
15.
15.
13.
Okay. We like a nice juicy initiative roll.
Well,
Okay. I see you.
Hmm.
All right, Pomerel. First combat, and you're first in initiative. So he is up on the tower. He's at the very top of the tower.
He's at the very top of the tower, and I have
Yeah.
my sword drawn, and I'm down here.
Yeah, and so he saw it as soon as you drew it. And I'll just say, as soon as he saw it, you know it's initiative time because he pulls out his war horn and blows it.
Okay. And he thinks to himself, Queen sent me to help the prince and his companion. Probably should make sure they don't die. And he looks over at them and he thinks for a second and he thinks, I think that they'll be okay. Well, either way. And he looks at both of them and makes a very eloquent elven sound and casts bless on both of his companions and on Sunbeam.
I love it.
Okay. What does that
Calls
give
to
us?
the power of the sun.
When you make an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Okay, cool.
So it gives you an extra d4 on attack.
Nice.
Hashtag blessed.
I guess I could bless myself.
Yeah,
I bless
can you bless
myself?
yourself? I think you can.
Yeah, you can bless yourself. How many people can you bless with it?
3.
3? Yeah. You can bless them too and you.
Okay, and that's my action.
That's your action. Are you moving?
Nope.
Okay.
And just remember, if you start within 10 feet of me or whatever, then your movement speed is increased by 10 feet.
Talik, you would be next, according to what the initial tracker said, but you're not because the door busts open as a frost giant comes running out of it. Here, let's see how far he moved. He was like over here. Oh wow, he moved most of his movement speed to get there. So he gets out to like the first step of this thing, and he's like peering through the snow. I'm actually gonna say he needs to make a perception check to see if he sees you guys like as soon as he busts through the door. It's that bad of snow. So he runs out and he sees you guys, and he is going to try to throw a rock at the one with the flaming sword, obviously.
Obvious.
It is, you're not gonna like this, it's a 24.
Gosh, that's incredible.
I know you have a super high AC. I knew you weren't gonna be happy about that.
And I have a shield that protects against ranged attack.
Oh gosh, I can't do math tonight. 23 damage.
23 damage. Understood.
23 damage from him, and then it's Talik's turn. This guy just busted out the front door. He's much more approachable. I think he's about 90 feet from you.
Okay, so I can see one that busted out and then one up on top of the tower right above him, 60 feet, correct?
Correct.
That's all I can see?
Yep.
I'm right next to old Pomerel, and I'm going to say, hey, you ever seen anything like this? And I'm going to throw a fireball at the guy on the bottom.
Ooh.
He came out of the door.
All right.
So it's 8d6. It's going to be 28 damage.
Let's go.
Oof, and y'all already know these are indeed frost giants. So that is going to be
save
gnarly.
is a dex 15.
Okay, let's see. Their dex isn't very good. Oh, but he rolled great. His total is a 17.
Okay, so he's going to take half. He's going to take 14 fire damage.
Except you already know that he's
weak to it.
So he takes the full amount.
I am going to move up.
Yeah, so a Learlock is going to come with you, and you can move up to 60 feet.
Well, what I'd like to
without
do...
using your movement, right? Just on the horse's
Yeah,
movement.
it doesn't use your movement.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Me and Learlock, I'm going to say, you good moving up closer, ears?
I'm at your beck and call.
And you actually move 70 feet because of, if you want, because of...
Okay, we'll move up 60 feet. And then, can I, as a bonus action, hop off Revenge and try and get him to meld into the earth? That's what we had used before.
He just used his action. He didn't use an action to move. He just used his movement. So yes, he can use his action to try to meld into the earth.
Okay, I'll make a check. I'll do an animal handling.
Okay.
See if he can...
Yeah, just a DC 10.
Oh my god. 2. So I try. I pat him on the butt and I'm like, do the thing in the ground.
He just locks his hooves into the ground really tightly. And just mounts himself.
Damn it. I'll end my turn.
Oh man. A Learlock, you have been brought up to within 40 feet of this guy. Yep.
Oh boy. Alright. We're going to cast. Let's take a look see here. Yeah, we're gonna cast Invoke Duplicity. It can go within 30 feet of me.
Okay, we'll put him right here.
And then he's just gonna stay there for a minute. And that's my action, my bonus action. Hey, you know what we didn't talk about last time, but I figured it out. Spiritual weapon.
Spiritual
Spiritual
weapon.
weapon.
Spiritual
Yeah.
weapon. Oh yeah, we were gonna do a deep dive into the rules, but you're saying
Yeah.
you reread it and you're crisp.
Yeah. Yeah. Casting time, 1 bonus action.
Okay.
And then when I cast it, I can make a melee spell attack.
As part of the casting.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe that's how it is.
It's going to appear right next to my duplicate.
All right.
And it's
Let me
gonna
go get
smack
the
him.
other mini that I keep on retainer for you.
Appreciate you, boss. Oh, that was I didn't announce, but that is at 4th level.
Ooh, gnarly. Where do you want this? Just like right above your duplicate?
Yeah. And we're going to take a little swing action. Oh my god, natural 20.
Hell yeah.
With a 4th level spiritual weapon.
Oh yeah.
Bring it on.
14 plus oh my. 25? So 39 damage.
39. So this spiritual weapon just appears and just shunk catches him right under the chin, and blood just spurts out. Just, it doesn't kill him, but I thought that was dramatic.
Yeah. Yeah, take that. It's my turn.
Whew.
I'm still sitting on top of the
You're
horse.
still staying on top of the now stationary mud horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just realized that like Alirlock has joined the mud fest.
Yeah. If that horse was gonna go merge into the ground, it would have just sunk with me on top of it, and I would have just been on the ground.
Just like awkwardly standing with your legs really far apart.
Yeah.
Alright, so this guy up top is going to throw a rock. And I'm trying to think if he wants to target the guy with the flaming sword or the people that are closer. Yeah, he's going to attack the people that are closer because he doesn't have disadvantage on that attack. Talik's in front, so he's rolling to hit Talik. 19.
Oh, sheesh.
Is that a
That
hit?
is.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
this is awkward. We didn't
my
say if you had
character sheet,
shield
I
or
have my
not.
shield out. I really don't think I would have for these guys. That was for the dragon, so I'm gonna be honest. and say it is.
Especially since you were riding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think I would have had it.
You know what? I appreciate that, Taylor.
You're so welcome.
And in return, the dice gods were nice to you.
Dice Christ has blessed me on this day.
Yeah, and you only take 19 damage.
Only, wow.
That's
So
a lot less than
kind.
what Pomerel took.
So kind.
Okay. Another frost giant runs up to the crenellations on the tower,
On the top,
on the top, and chucks a rock down. This one's also coming at Talik. Ooh,
on the top.
that one's a 23.
That hits. I should have cast shield on the first one. I'm not
The
going
dice
to.
gods are
Go
not
ahead.
being nice. Shit, I can't even do this math.
Go ahead.
31 damage. From
Holy
the second
fuck
rock,
balls,
as it
Batman.
just clocks you in the teeth and you taste the blood well up in your mouth.
They just took over half my health on that turn.
And then you hear boof, 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 boof as another one comes running out. And he is not going to stop at the door. He's going to see you guys, and he is going to run all the way up to you, axe in hand, and he can get right to you with his dash action. Pomerel, you now have 4 targets. 1 right in the face of Talik and Alirlock, 1 being harried by Alirlock's summons, and 2 up on the tower.
so was that rock that hit me bludgeoning damage?
'Twas.
Okay. Based on my whatever it's called, ability score improvement thing,
Feat.
heavy armor master,
feat.
My feat, I gave myself 3 HP back because all bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage is reduced by 3 from non-magical attacks.
Ooh, got the heavy weapon master
The
specialist.
armor master.
Heavy armor master. That's gonna be hard to remember, but that is a really good one. I like that one a lot.
So Sunbeam is just going to sprint right up to the old giant here.
Okay.
And then Pomerel's just like, oh, guys, this is great. and he swings the flaming sword
For glory!
At the giant, and that'll be a modified 22.
Oh, that'll hit.
And so that will be 1d8 slashing damage plus 3. So that'll be 6 slashing damage and then 2d6 fire damage.
All right, let's see it.
So 4 fire damage.
All right, but that does get doubled as it sears into his flesh.
Yep. And then he will just immediately swing again.
Right, because he's a martial character.
Oh, 19. Damn. Okay, so that'll
the
be
only
it.
person that gets upset about 19s.
Oh, it's just so close. Okay, so the slashing damage will be 8 slashing damage, and then 2d6 fire damage will be 4 again.
All right. So good little round, little shit from the back of the horse, rather.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
It is the frost giant that came out first, and he has a sword in his face and this duplicate. Does he like try to deal with these annoying aberrations, or does he just run past them? Here's what he's gonna do, because I think this is fair, and I think it's probably what he would do. He's gonna take a swing, because he rolled pretty low on his understanding of what this thing is. He's gonna take a swing at your duplicate. What is your dex, Ilirlock?
14.
So +2.
Yep.
So we're gonna say that your duplicate has an AC of 12 for the purposes of touching it. So he rolls a nat 20, so wasting a nat 20 on it. So he swings his sword and would lop this thing's head off, but his sword goes right through because it's an illusion, right? And so he's only going to waste 1 of his multi-attack on that. And then he is going to run up and attack you, Ilirlock, because he's very pissed at being deceived.
All right.
Ilirlock, ooh, 17 on the die. Okay.
Miss.
It's a +9, so you sure it's a miss?
Oh, on the die.
Yeah, 26 total.
Yeah, that misses.
You know what's funny? The damage is also a 26.
Oh, that's weird.
But at least that was only 1 attack. And that is the end of his turn.
Yeah.
Frolic, it is your turn now.
Okay. So I'm back here with Pomerel.
You're all grouped up, yeah.
That's Ilirlock's duplicate is up there by the other one.
Yes, and that's what he just swung at and
Okay.
would have decapitated it, but it was an illusion. And now he's up here pissed
And he realized, okay.
and
So
ready
now
to
we've got
murder
two
Ilirlock.
right here in front of us.
Mm.
All right. I'm going to... I can do this all on the same turn. I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath on myself and imbue myself with a fiery elemental power as I feel this hot indigestion rising up from my gut. And I'm going to breathe fire on these 2 in front of me because it's a cone shape.
Love it. Yeah, absolutely love it.
And I know they're weak to fire.
I assume they get a save.
I'm going to do it at 2nd level.
Okay, they're both under 10, so they definitely both fail.
It's a Dex 15. Oh, they both fail? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's going to be 3d6 fire. 4, so 14 fire.
All right, so 28. All right, I see you.
Heck yeah.
And that takes a bonus action to like cast it on myself, and then an action to breathe
it. But that is nice that it's a spell that like has a setup and it lets you do it all in one turn.
I think it does.
Yeah, I think that's how that works. Bonus action to cast it, and then action to use
It's
it. Yeah,
bonus
I think
action
that's totally
and
the
action.
intended
It doesn't
thing.
say you can't. That's the same. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's pretty much all I can do. Oh, could I? No. Did we said it takes a bonus action for the animal? feeling. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
get out of the damn way, you fucking revenge. I'm like pushing on her.
You just like squeezing her. She's just like, "Roar!"
Yeah.
Poor thing. Alaylock, it is your turn. You are on the back of a now completely stationary horse.
I'm going to use my bonus action to move my duplicate.
All right.
I want to put him right in between these two.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't think I've used this feature before, but for the duration, you can cast spells as though you were in the illusion space, but you must use your own senses, which is fine.
Sure.
Additionally, when you and your illusion are within 5 feet of a creature that can see the illusion, you have advantage on attack rolls against that creature, given how distracting the illusion is to the target.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you can have advantage on your attack on these guys.
And I want to cast Inflict Wounds on the giant
Oh.
to the right.
Okay.
The weaker one. Yeah, that one.
He's more damaged, and he's the one that tried to murder you.
Yeah. He's going to take, hopefully, a 3rd level Inflict Wounds.
All right. Fingers crossed. The second one definitely
23?
hits, no doubt. 23 definitely hits.
Awesome. Oh my.
Let's go.
30 damage.
Woo! He's hurting. He's hurting real bad, but he's not dead.
Boy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Given that I've used my action and my bonus action, I cannot dismount, correct? Or is it using movement to dismount?
Movement dismounts. Yeah. It just uses movement to dismount. I think we were being really generous and saying it's just 5 feet of movement, in fact.
Okay. I'm just going to stay put, actually.
Okay.
Now that I think about it.
All right. We just got what we like to call a D&D standoff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. That guy, as he takes that inflict wounds and just yells out with just a...
He says, "Get down here! Kill these bastards!"
And the other two giants up top are going to leap off of the tower, falling 60 feet down and taking 36 damage each when they land, and just kaboosh, massive crater.
Oh.
So they do both land prone. However, it is their turn, and so they're going to stand up, but it means that they can't get to you because they can only run 20 feet forward because they have to use half their movement to stand up. So they kind of like land down to a knee and like go all the way down, and it like takes them a second to stand up and start running towards you. But they run forward about 20 feet. They're only about 20 feet from you, and they still have their action. All they've done is movement at this point. So Rocket Talik is going to be... You're going to have half cover because there's so much giant between you and them. But Rock at Pomerel is going to be normal. Okay. Rocket Pomerel is a 22. Rocket Talik is a 12.
Miss.
Okay, so it's a 22.
The 22, yep.
That's my AC for ranged attacks.
Oh, so you've got this just jumbo boy AC, and I'm still hitting it. Oh, I do
Jumbo
feel
boy.
kind of bad. Okay, only 15 damage to Pomerel as a rock hits him. Don't forget to take some off the top.
Yep.
And then it's this other guy's turn, who you just stabbed with a flaming sword, and he is going to attack you twice with his great axe. First attack, 20 to hit. Not even joking right now.
That's my AC.
Now I'm starting to feel bad. Oh shit. Now I'm gonna feel real bad. 32 damage.
So 29.
Okay. Second great axe attack. Natural 1.
That's a hit.
The drama.
Okay. And that will take us back to the top of initiative, where you can catch us next time on Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, a Loot Dummies production.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Check
yeah.
out lootdummies.com. Good night.
Good night.
All right.
Pretty good one. Pretty good one. You know, sometimes when you're in the mountains with lots of frost giants, you just have to have another frost giant encounter.
Find out what happens to our party next week. Check us out at dndndummies.com. And please leave us a rating and a review on your podcast app. It would mean the world to us.
Y'all know I cut my beard off the other day. That's why it's so short.
see that.
It
Why
was.
would you do that?
I was completely face naked for a week.
Oh,
I was going to the beach, and before we went to the beach, we had been to Magic Springs a couple times, and like trying to get the sunscreen on and everything. I was like, this is nightmarish, and I'm hot. So before I went to the beach, I shicked it and kept it shicked while I was at the beach, and you know what? It was great. I could just be like splop and just rub it all over myself.
but I don't. My beard is nothing compared to yours, like on the sides and stuff. But when I put sunscreen on my face, I just don't put it on that area. I just
I
put
mean,
it on my
that's what I was
forehead and
trying
nose
to
and cheeks.
do, but then like when I'd get to the inner face, I'd be like, what do I do now? Like it's got to either rub into the beard a little, or like there's gonna be, am I gonna have like a little red burn band right above my beard? Like, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to get it fully schlicked. Plus, I like to shave it every now and then, just like to see, like, oh, maybe I look okay without a beard. The answer is I don't. It was upsetting. I'll just say that. Like, I shaved it all off, and I was like, I knew I didn't have much of a chin anymore, but my God, I did not realize it was this bad.
Well, you know what? Okay, so for like when I worked at my last company, I don't know, I don't think I had to, but I always shaved with a razor clean. And then about 2 years ago, I started just using a trimmer, like, and just putting it on like a one.
Yeah. So
It's
always having
amazing.
a little
That
stubble.
makes a big difference.
Oh,
Like
just
even
that little
going
bit
from
of
that.
stubble.
Yeah.
In
Like,
just the
because I've
masculinity that you feel and see, you mean?
the look, like I've shaved it with the razor a few times, and I'm like, oh god, it looks weird. I don't like it. Like your lip looks weird. Like everything looks weird.
Yeah, it does. I was not a fan. Yeah, so anywho, after I shicked it down. So this is literally 1 week's growth. So pretty pleased with what I've got going after a week. Well, no, I guess it's 2 weeks.